What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Tunison. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Hells. This is an exciting matchup. It's the round of 16 for the Champions League qualifiers. What does that mean? Winner of this series will be a champion. Loser of this series will be relegated to the Challengers League, where they're going to have to prove themselves. But that being said, honestly, Challengers League this season, there are some incredibly strong players in Challengers League this season. And I am so excited to see the relegations at the end of this season. I think it's going to be so much fun. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait. Relegations, it's just going to be just absolute mayhem. The level of the players is going to be crazy. But we have a map here. We have a matchup. We have a map. The map is Savannah. The matchup is Odin versus Oranos. We have to wait and see how this is all going to manifest itself in this game. So, we have seen already in this series, in this tournament, some very, very high-level Odin versus Oranos gameplay. I believe the matchup, I know it was count on count. I'm trying to remember who he beat, but there was an Odin versus Oranos game that count on count played. And he absolutely demolished an Oranos player. And it was like, what could the Oranos player do? It was so wild. A brickhead. Wait, was it brickhead? No, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I'm definitely thinking of someone else. I thought it was count on count. Who am I thinking of? It was Wiz and Count? Oh, it was. It was Wiz versus Count. So Wiz was playing Oranos and Count just walked in and there was nothing. It felt like there was nothing that Wiz could do. So the question here is this map that Hells has been dealt with here going to give Hells the leg up he needs to be able to absolutely demolish Tunison? Or was that win that Count on Count got against Wiz really just an indicator of skill level more so than matchup imbalance? Because we see Freya coming through for Hells. He's already advanced. He's going to be able to put pressure onto this straight away. We got the oracles placed out around the map here. One thing that I recommend from the Oranos side of things is to send your oracles back to your secondary hunt to be able to manually heroize or valor them straight away to defend any of the early shenanigans. Why? Because you need every little bit of extra population you can get in the early game here as Oranos. You need every single little bit of extra population you can get. We'll have to wait and see how things are going to go. Now, there is seemingly two loads of hunt here on this map. You got the giraffe, the zebra, and you got the gazelle. And we are seeing the villagers here for Hells moving over here onto these giraffe. That will be spotted by this oracle here as well. It's a really nice position for the oracle to sit in. Relics on the map, we've got the scale of Catapulpas, which is the 20% reduction in myth unit crush vulnerability, as well as the Grugnir Odin Spear. That's a huge relic there for the Oranos player, as well as for the Odin player. They can find that there. As we see the Longhouse coming through, relics coming up over here as well. Where'd the Valkyrie go? Valkyrie starting to move across the map here. And be searching for some raids. But it seems like in this situation that Tunison has gotten very lucky here in that he hasn't been attacked on this position very early at all. I think Hells has made a bit of a misplay here by not sending his Herso forward to get pressure done onto these villages straight away. That's the whole reason you want to be advancing fast here, is to be attacking this as soon as you possibly can. As you do see the Valkyrie coming through, the Promethean is in position. Now, you can utilize the Valkyrie to take out this this Promethean. It's a good trade. The Valkyrie wins this one fairly hard, though I imagine Tunison here will be attempting to just simply run his Promethean offspring after all is said and done. And that's exactly what he's going to be doing there. There's the Valor, 2 Murmillos, 1 Terma hero. The Murmillo hero is going to be moving over here, as we do see the Hersa coming through here as well. Ulfsark starting to get some good damage done, as the Hersa here will spot that Oracle and take that one out. Meanwhile, we do have the Terma going to come over here and grab that Gugnir's Odin Spear. Villager hero moving out over onto this hunt as well. As the army coming through, and look at the population difference here. Imagine you had those 3 extra oracles as well as all of this. You'd easily be able to defend this position here. But we'll see how it's all going to go as the Ulfsarks continue to move after those 2 citizens. They're both sitting idly by on this location here, as the manor is going to be getting torn down. The 2 hero Murmillo doing everything they can. Look at the resources here for Tunison. He's in a difficult position. More Ulfsark coming in. Lone Wanderer on the way for Hells to boot, as the Murmillo hero do manage to snipe down a Valkyrie. The manor is getting closer and closer to getting taken down here as the shockwave comes through. Tons of Murmillo seemingly out here for Tunison here. Can he win on this fight? He's got 6-8 versus 7 Ulfsarks. It looks like the Murmillo should be able to take some sort of a win here in this fight. No, there's two Hersa as well, as the Murmillo retreat back. The manor will be getting taken down, as the villagers are going to be making a retreat for it here. And Hells runs away. Generally speaking, when you take a manor out, taking a fight straight away is a good idea, because you know your opponent is housed. As we do see the units now moving over onto the other location. Obviously, there's no hunt left here, so he doesn't need to stay on that position and take that fight. He's not gaining anything from winning that fight there, but I'm surprised to see Hells leave here, in all honesty. I'm surprised to see him give that position away. Meanwhile, we do have Dwarves grabbing Goat here. I would have liked to have seen another Ox cart and just come over and grab that hunt there as well. See Ulfsark coming up here, going to be looking to defend his hunt for the time being here. Husbandry coming through as well for Hells, as this stray zebra in a weird position here. And now the game really does turn on its head at this point. The power imbalance in this game comes away from the Odin player straight in to the Oranos player, and it is very, very fast and hard as how this matchup goes. You basically have got up until around 60 population as the advantage for the Odin. If you don't actually manage to get a whole bunch of stuff done, will we see some walls get thrown up here? He does manage to get the wall up, as Ulfsark's trying to get in over here, trying to cause some problems. Just managed to snipe one of those Termas. Still no medium infantry in just yet. Oh, can we see the Longhouse? The Longhouse does get down, as Hells is trying to get some ghost buildings down, but these Murmillo are very, very slippery here, as they're going to be able to get back home, no problems. More Murmillo are coming through for Tunison, and he might want to consider starting to move away from the Murmillo and start getting some Kara Ballista here. Also, obviously, moving back into the main base and sending some villagers over here to grab this hunt wouldn't be a bad play either. As for some reason, Hells decides to delete an almost completed Longhouse there. Let's not talk about it. As the Murmillo coming in onto this position, as medium infantry does manage to come through. Tunison with a significant advantage now in this game in terms of population. As the wooden wall here coming up to try and defend this location. The villagers, though, will be in need of retreating here, as he's not paying attention to that one. Oh, can he garrison the Ursa? No. Ursa goes down. Villagers retreating back into the main base over here. It's not 100% safe there, as he does manage to bring his Ulfsark back in. He's going to be looking for somewhat of a trade here, but medium infantry has now come through for Tunison as well, so any timing that Hells had is not going to be available to him. villagers here need to retreat back. They do manage to pull back, no problems here. As the Ulfsark coming in. And these Mermillo over here looking for some sort of a retreat path here. Can he get any? No, he can't get the ghost buildings down. As Tunison is just going to be running straight through this this portion of the map. Looking for something to do here. As the Ulfsark chase them down. These villagers over on this position. Everything is going to be making their way over onto this food here. And Hells is basically going to have to fight this. And he just does not have the population here to really fight a full population Oranos. I mean, I imagine there's also going to be a shockwave available very, very shortly here for Tunison as well. As Tunison going to start making his way over and taking this fight. The Ulfsark coming through here. You got to be thinking throwing Axeman here. Look at all of those Terma. As soon as you see that many Terma, when you see how many Mermillo your opponent's building, you've got to be thinking throwing Axeman, as we are now starting to see some throwing Axeman getting built as the Ulfsark coming in onto this fight here, trying to get his units in to take this fight as best as they possibly can. And we'll see how things are going to go. The Dwarves getting pulled off of the gold mine there. Shockwave getting utilized there as well, as the Cairo Ballaster has found its way into this fight as well. Hell's at 90 population. Tunison is at 100 population here, but the population is plummeting here, it seems, for both players, as a lot of the population falls there for Hells. His Dwarves still trying to help out in this fight here. 90 population for Tunison, 70 for Hells here, as the Cairo Ballaster on the back does end up getting taken down here. 60 population to 90 population for Tunison, as it looks like Hells has managed to hold for the time being, but at what cost? No, he hasn't held. There's plenty of Mermillo over here, and it looks like Hells has been completely pushed off of this location. No gold left for Hells. No food left for Hells. He's going to be pushed off of this location as well. And what can he do moving forward in this map? All of the gold is forward here. He's turning around, taking the villager fight, but those medium Mermillo are just too strong here. Going to be able to clean up every one of those dwarves. And not only that, Tunison is going to continue to push through here with Cairo Ballaster, with Promethean, with Mermillo, with everything here in this fight. And in that moment, Hells taps out. Tunison gets the dub here, claims the first game of this series. An incredibly strong showing here from Tunison. I think Hells made a mistake here by not taking that fight when the mana went down. I think if he took that fight, he would have found himself having a really, really good time in this game, having definitely being able to make create an advantage for himself here in this game. But the more important fact here is that Hells did not notice that Tunison was going basically mass Mermillo. And in the end of the day, Mermillo beat Ulfsark. The trading is kind of like 8/10 of an Ulfsark dies for every... 8/10 of a Mermillo dies for every Ulfsark. So you just win in the resource count, you win in the military unit count. Obviously, the Ulfsark got the training time advantage, so you can get more population than your opponent, but they've got equal numbers. The Ulfsark will end up losing. So you need to get yourself throwing Axeman. And Hells here, he's only got 3 military buildings. He needs more than that. He needs more villages on wood, and he needed to have at least 10 throwing Axemen in his army in this game to defend against that attack coming onto his gold mine. But he just was not able to do so. Tunison gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next game.